We got Mark and Vicky and your incredible dancers. We got the live show band down here, but tonight's show is all about your fellow guests. So for this one, get them cameras out, get them phones out, take as many photographs as you like, because we're going to have some fun tonight.
Hello, this is John, and this is a video about what it's like to be in the Carnival Legends Show. Now, the Carnival Legends Show is a full production show that is run on the final night in the big theater on Carnival Cruise Ships. And I've been in the show twice now, and I thought I'd tell you what it's like to be in it. What they do on Carnival Cruise Lines is they have an evening where the passengers can qualify to be in the big production show. Now, this is a full production show with a live show band, professional dancers, and professional singers. The whole event is hosted by the cruise director. Passengers qualify to be in the show by going to the karaoke nightclubs every night. Just about they qualify for the 10 tribute artists that are available. Everybody from Elton John to Elvis Presley and Britney Spears and so on. So at these karaoke events, the host is responsible for recruiting people to be into the show, and you have to tell the host that you want to qualify. At somewhere during that evening, the host will designate a time for qualifications, and everybody that wants to try to qualify can. And if the host sees fit, you are asked if you want to be in the show, and if you accept, then you go ahead. So, good fun during qualification. Once you qualify for the show, you're given an MP3 player and a lyric song sheet for the song that you'll be doing. And you're expected to rehearse that during the week and prior to the rehearsal day. Rehearsal is held at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and the actual show goes at about 10:15 that night. In the event, we all attended rehearsal in the afternoon. As soon as we got there, the dance captain explained to us how the show would go, and each of us was assigned one of the dancers from the show. Those dancers would lead us through our walk-on and walk-off different things and explain to us what we could and could not do. So the rehearsal began with us walking through our paces, and each of us performed our own individual song live with the show band. And some of us had dancers with us on the stage, and others did not. But in any event, I played the part of Elvis this time, and there were dancers on the stage with me, so they asked me to pretty much stay within my spot and perform the song so the dancers could move around without fear of bumping into me. In rehearsal, the dance staff are not in costume. They're just in their civvies. The girls that danced with me were in sneakers and sweatpants, and they went through the full routine, but the lights are on, and a little less intimidating at rehearsal than it would be during the live performance when the lights were down. They explained to us that they have a little thing that they do where if you miss the lyrics, because you don't have a karaoke monitor, so if you miss the lyrics, they can play the track with the guide vocals on it, and apparently it can't be heard by the audience, but it can be heard by you, because we're behind the live show band, and that would help us if we fell off of track on singing the lyrics or if you forgot the words or whatever, because it's a pretty intimidating circumstance. At the theater, at about 9 o'clock, the show was at 10:15. The dance captain took us to our dressing rooms, where our costumes were all laid out for us. And so these costumes are all one size fits all sort of thing. I know that the pants for Elvis was much longer, probably a foot longer than I could use. But the dance captain managed to hem them up with pins, and the costume looked pretty good. So we had lots of fun as the group, the guys all dressed separately than the girls, of course, and we were helping each other with the costumes, that sort of thing, and good fellowship. And then once we were in our costumes, we were led to a backstage stage location where they had a little table set up with a monitor so we could watch the show live. Would have been more fun to sit in the audience, but of course you're in costume and you have to stay behind stage. Now, Carnival Cruise does this Legends Show on what I understand to be every Carnival cruise. And this show is choreographed, and for the most part, from what I could see, was exactly the same from ship to ship. The same tribute artists performing the exact same songs, and then the associated dance routines. Not all of the shows had, or not all the tribute artists had dancers on stage with them. I did with Elvis and Britney Spears, and a few of the others also had that. So I remember that the guy, Michael, that played Elton John in the show, he really didn't like the song that he was singing, Crocodile Rock, and had asked if he could sing a different Elton John song, and of course they said absolutely not, because everything is extremely well managed and choreographed, and the show goes off. The final tribute artist comes out and does the song My Way by Frank Sinatra. This was sung by my friend from Ecuador, young guy who really enjoyed doing this, quite nervous about it. But about halfway through his song, they lead each of us out onto the stage, being dragged into position by our designated dancer. So he finishes up My Way. Round of applause. Very shortly thereafter, the headliner singer from the show, a guy and a gal, come out, and they perform the song Thank You for the Music, and each of us are in the background here. You'll see this in a moment. We'll have to do our little awkward dance. During rehearsal, the dancers would drag us into position. You're going to see a little choreographed move. Somehow we've all fumbled through this choreographed move to move into position for our bow. And that's there it is going on right now. We're all very excited but flustered. Each of our dancers lead us to the stage to take our bow. And very shortly thereafter, they drag us off. You're only allowed your brief moment in the sunlight or in the spotlight. There's my friend Rob from New York State. This gal was from Belgium. So our little moment in the spotlight, get dragged off to the spot. There I am, Elvis. My girl pulls me off, my friend from Ecuador. And then they lead us back onto the stage. This is the cruise staff who performed in the show too. And then we get led into position again where we all come into the big long finale single line to take our bow. And then this music will break out here in a second, and we'll all try to dance for a bit, and then we are led off the stage. We're led off the stage and through the audience. And that point in time, we're doing high fives with the audience members, and they lead us into the atrium area where we pose for this photograph. Here I am alongside of my friend from Syracuse, Rob, who played the part of Garth Brooks. We've kept in touch after the cruise. So all in all, I would have to say it is a great experience. Everybody that performed in the show that were passengers were excited about their chance to sing and took it seriously, although we had a lot of fun. And some of the others, as well as myself, had been in the show before, and I expect if I go on Carnival Cruise again, I will do this show again. Hopefully I'd like to do Frank Sinatra next. I did Elton John the first time, and originally qualified to do Garth Brooks in this show, and they asked me to do the Elvis part because they had no one to do it, so I was glad to do it. So in closing, if you're inclined to want to perform, this is a great time to do it. The full show that I performed in was in February of 2015 on the Carnival Valor ship, and the entire show is posted on YouTube. Many of the other shows too are available on YouTube. Carnival Legends shows from other ships and other times. So I hope this gives you an idea of what it was like to be in the Carnival Legends show.